This question is an interesting and wonderful question in a sword calculations. And this question will be the last question I will treat under sword, okay? So please let us solve this last question on sword, which says 1 all over square root 7 minus 1 minus 1 all over square root 7 minus 3 equals to a plus b root c. Find the value of a, b, and c, right? Let's solve. Now, we will now start with this first. The first thing we do is, the question is 1 over root 7 minus 1 minus 1 over root 7 minus 3. Let's start with this, okay? This is what we are looking for. Okay, now let's solve with this right now. So the first thing here is to find the LCM of the denominators, okay? And the LCM of the denominators is this. Let's find root 7 minus 1 in bracket root 7 minus 3. This is the LCM of these denominators, okay? Now let's start solving right now. We now have LCM now will be under this line. Okay, now this one, let's start with the first one. This one now, okay, we now divide this LCM. What will you get? If this number below here divide this LCM, it will cancel this one. This number will cancel itself here and get this. Okay, this number now will cancel itself here and get this one. Okay, this is what it will get, root 7 minus 3. And we now get the same thing, root 7 minus 3. Okay, in bracket minus, we now use this one to divide this denominator here. If we use root 7 minus 3 to divide denominator, it will cancel each other. This root 7 minus 3 will cancel root 7 minus 3 here and get only this, which is 7 minus 1. And we now use this root 7 minus 1 to multiply 1 here. It will still give us the same thing, root 7 minus 1, okay? So we now start working with this right now. Okay, now let's open the bracket of the denominators first. Let's open the bracket of denominators first. It will now be equals to the same thing we have up here. All over, let's start opening the bracket. Root 7 times root 7 is 7. The answer is 7. Then the same root 7 times minus 3 will give us minus 3 root 7, right? Now we have finished using this one to multiply everything here. Let's now use this one to multiply everything here, right? Now minus 1 times root 7 will now give us minus root 7. Then minus 1 times minus 3 will now give us plus 3. Okay, that's good. Starting from here, let's move on. We now have the same number up, minus 3 minus 1, okay, all over this is 7 plus 3. We add it, 7 plus 3 will now give us 10. Okay, now minus 3 root 7 minus root 7, they are the same thing. We have the right to add this minus together. We now have minus 4 root 7 because, right? So this is what we have now. Now Having simplified this now, okay, we now have 10 minus 4 root 7. It is this number that we will now use the conjugate to start our solving. Now let's use our conjugate, the conjugate of this to start multiplying. Okay, now we now multiply with conjugate of this, which is 10 plus, it will now be plus. Okay, the conjugate will now be plus 4 root 7 all over 10 plus 4 root 7. Okay, now we start multiplying it. We now use these numbers to multiply this one and also this. Now let us use the number to multiply this one first. It will now be the same 10 plus 4 root 7 in bracket. Okay, we'll use it to multiply this minus, we still use it, 10 plus 4 root 7 in bracket root 7 minus 1. Okay, all over. We now multiply this. We now multiply the down on 10 times 10 is 100. Okay, 10 times 10 is 100. The same 10 times 10, 10 times 10 is 100. The same 10 times 4 root 7. Okay, we now have plus 40 root 7. Let's start with this one now. Minus 4 root 7 times 10 will now give us minus 40 root 7. Okay, then this one, 4 minus 4 times 4 is minus 4 times 4 is 16. Okay, it's minus 16. Then root 7 times root 7 is 7. Okay, so it is this. We now let us multiply it here immediately and fix it. Okay, now 16 times 7 is 112. Is 112. Now from here we now have, let us open the bracket up here. Okay, 10 times root 7 is 10 root 7. The same 10 times minus 3 is minus 30 plus times 4 root 7 times root 7 will now be 4. Root 7 times root 7 is 7. Therefore, 4 times 7 is 28. Okay, that is root 7 times root 7 is 7. Then you use that 7 times this 4, it will now give us 28. Okay, now minus root 7 times 3. You now use 3 and times this 4, it will now be minus 12 root 7. Now the same thing will happen here. Okay, now we now still move on in bracket and move on. Minus 10 times root 7 is 10 root 7. 10 times 1 is minus 10. Then coming to here, plus 4 root 7 times root 7. Root 7 times root 7 is 7. Then that 7 times 4 is 28. Okay, now 4 root 7 times minus 1 is minus 4 root 7 all over. Okay, this one now, 40 plus 40 root 7 minus 40 root 7 has cancelled each other. Okay, we now have 100 minus 112. Now the minus 12. Okay, it will now be minus 12. Remember, this thing will be in bracket, right? 10 root 7 minus 12 root 7 will remain minus 2 root 7. Then minus 30 plus 28 will remain minus 2. All in bracket minus this one now. 10 root 7 minus 4 root 7 will remain 6 root 7. Okay, then minus 10 plus 28 will remain plus 18, all in bracket. Okay, all over minus 12, right? Okay, now let's say open this bracket with this minus here. We now have minus 2 root 7 minus 2, then minus times 6 root 7 will be minus 6 root 7, minus times plus 18 will be minus 18, all over minus 12, which is equals to, then minus 2 root 7 minus 6 root 7 will now become minus 8 root 7. Then minus 2 minus 18 will now become minus 20, all over minus 12. Okay, which now if we separate it now, if we separate this thing now, we now have let's say minus 8 root 7 over 12 minus 12 plus minus 20 all over minus 12, which minus cancel minus and minus cancel minus here. Okay, 4 go 8 is 2, 4 go 12 is 3. Okay, root 7, then plus 4 go 20 is 5, all of 4 go this 3. Okay, now final answer. Remember the question again, which says 1. Look at the question. We are looking for a plus b root c. Okay, now look at our answer now. Let's first of all write this thing so that it will blend like this one. First of all is 5 all over 3 plus 2 over 3 root 7. Can you see that what we have solved is just like this? A is now 5 over 3, then b, comma, b root c is now equals to 2 over 3 root 7. Do you see that? That a is this 5 over 3 plus b 2 over 3 root c is 7. Therefore, c is 7. C is 7. This is how to solve this kind of question. And this is the last question on